Hi friends! I'm so lucky today to have beautiful, fruity Louise with me here on the UK Fruit Festival.
I'm honored to be here with you.
Thank you. Could you tell us just a couple words about yourself, how long you've been doing raw vegan lifestyle?
So I've been on a raw vegan diet for 10 years. I'm not 100% raw, sometimes I slip up like everybody else, but yeah, pretty much pretty high raw. And I started because I was just really ill, and that was like 11-12 years ago, and I basically ate myself back to health.
Beautiful!
Yeah.
Your story is just so amazing.
Thank you.
So when you just started on the raw vegan path, what was your biggest challenge?
Ooh, I think it was because I didn't know what I was doing, so I would eat like everything unripe, and I would not eat enough, so I lost a lot of weight, and I was in so much detox, I must admit, because my kidneys and liver didn't really filter at the time, and I felt absolutely horrible, because when you detox and it's not coming out of you, it's just gonna like circulate, and so I was pretty miserable for the first many months, but I got through it luckily. And then over the years I just got better and better at this food, like when is a banana ripe, and the combinations, and yeah, just everything slowly, like I learned more and more, so I overcame all the struggles, and now I know how to do it exactly right, so that's good.
You're such an inspiration.
Thank you.
And tell us, what was your biggest motivation to continue when you had all these struggles? What pushed you to go, move forward with this lifestyle?
Was it because I did it for health reasons? Like I was at a point in my life where I was basically bedridden. So the years leading up to this, I had just like gone downhill year by year. The list is endless of diseases and ailments I had, but some of them were like gout in my toes, a test told me I had so much cell and DNA damage that I was close to cancer, food intolerances, allergies, edemas, pains like gallstone pains, liver pains. I was all yellow, my adrenals were completely burned out. I'd had anxiety attacks for 7 years, so I was basically at home for not at home for 7 years, but I was at home for 1.5 years where I couldn't work and I could hardly go to the supermarket. And so for 7 years I was on off happy pills, and I was seeing shrinks, and I just didn't know how to fix that. And just by going, like removing gluten, sugar, like refined sugar, dairy, and grains, I think it was, and then my anxiety went away, and chemicals, like all the chemicals in my diet and surroundings. And suddenly I was like, no anxiety, what? No fear, no social phobia, no nothing. That was a big thing, and I was depressed as well. So definitely like the health thing was a motivation, because I was at that point so drained, like my adrenals were so burned out that I could hardly walk 5 meters. 5 steps, and I was in bed and I had nothing that worked for me, and somebody online just wrote about this crazy fruit diet. And she was like, well, give it a try, and I thought, oh well, I have nothing to lose by trying it. And I just like took a couple of weeks to transition, and within a very short time I just got this energy boost. And I went, okay, there's something about this that really works.
Definitely.
And I started like washing the floors, washing the walls in my living room.
I remember this. Video.
I showed a video with that, And then it was like, wow, there's something about this, it really works. And then I went into detox afterwards. So I had a high, and then I went into a real low. So that was the way I had to go through it. But it was tempting to just say this doesn't work. But I knew, like luckily I knew that this could come, so I stuck with it. So I took a whole year fully raw, and I just went through all the detox and got out, and suddenly just step by step everything started to change. And then it just like, now it's 10 years ago, and I've cleared almost everything. So
Yeah.
it's amazing. And when I say everything, like I had eczema on my hands since I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
And I still have a little bit of that, but everything else is cleared. So
Beautiful.
Yeah,
What an
thanks.
inspiration. So stick with it, guys.
yes,
Keep on going.
for sure.
And the last question is a little bit spicy.
Okay.
Did you have a moment or a few during your journey that you would be either embarrassed or scared to talk about, but now after all these years you would be willing to share?
Well, I think like in the beginning I had all these mood changes.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 minute I would cry and the next minute I would be euphorically happy. And I remember filming myself sitting in the bathroom with a toothbrush just brushing my teeth going, ooh, I'm so sad, I don't know why I'm sad, but I am. And then like for no reason, and this was like emotional detox.
Yes.
So
Yes.
detox can be in many ways, and like my hormones were just all over the place.
Exactly.
And so yeah, that was maybe a little moment.
That's beautiful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing.
You're welcome. Yeah, but it's been tough. I've been like so far out emotionally, and now my mood is just so stable. Like it feels like I wake up happy every day.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm just a cork bopping on top of the water. Like, yeah, I'm pretty happy, all is good. And I can hardly remember what it was like to have anxiety and social phobia and stuff and depression. So
I have to say that Louise is such a strong woman. She organizes us here and helps with organizing all the fruit festival. You're really strong emotionally.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It just the fruit just gives me that baggage
Yeah.
to do it.
Strength,
Like
yeah.
I have just came from one festival to this festival, and now I'm doing a retreat, so I'm leaving tomorrow, and this
Wow.
festival is not over yet, and I'm still standing. So
Amazing.
that's pretty amazing, yeah.
How inspirational is that?
So I think, yeah, definitely if you're curious about this diet, give it a try. Just transition slowly in your pace, maybe go raw till 4 and see if that works for you, and then when you're ready, like in time, you can go fully raw. But yeah, not necessarily like just try and like what I see so many people is crash and burn. They go into the all or nothing trap.
Yeah.
And then they try it full on and they give up because they're just not ready for it 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
And I just want to tell you thank you so much for opening up and sharing this little moment, because so many of us might feel that you're alone with this craziness and nobody else is like you, but no, we've been like this.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think I've had all the
Me too.
problems. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not easy. And
Yeah.
I've been binging and struggling, and like that year when I was fully raw, like I would like look at a piece of chocolate and just go, can I just lick it a tiny bit? And just I tried so hard because I just wanted to get well. There was nothing in the world that was more important to me, so I was willing to do anything, but I was still desperately craving it, and I felt it was like life and death almost, and I think it might have been actually. I probably wouldn't have been here today if I hadn't done this, to be honest.
Yeah. That's what can be the strongest motivation.
Yeah,
than that?
exactly. So
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
And if our viewers want to learn more from you, where they can find you?
Yeah, so I have a webpage called Fruity Louise. No, actually fruitylou.com. Sorry, all my social media is Fruity Louise. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to find me.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you.